Okay, you told us you wanted to tell Christopher face to face to leave you and Stephanie alone, so why don't we bring him out? Christopher, come on in. Hello, Christopher. You've been listening backstage, and I'm sure you realize that this is a couple, young couple, in crisis, right?
Yes.
That they are married.
Yes.
They have a baby.
Yes.
Should be something sacred about those marriage vows. Where do you stand in all of this?
Well, first of all, I just want to be your friend. You know, someone there to talk to.
Okay.
But I do love her very dearly, care about her and her daughter. And
he's known her for 3 weeks and he's in love with her, but I've been with her for 4 years. How should I
feel? What you're saying, Christopher, is that you just want a platonic friendship with her.
No. Before I met her, I never believed in first love.
Right.
Love at first sight. And now I do. I've fallen in love with her very immensely.
In 3 weeks?
And
he doesn't know what love is.
Well,
he's so far into drugs, he don't know what oh my God. He's a druggie from hell.
Okay, take it calm.
He's overdosed 6 times.
You are lying.
All right, gentlemen, let's try and work on the core problem. Did anyone tell you that when a young married couple with a baby or without are having marital problems, that it isn't the time to be, I mean, there are a lot of women in this world, it isn't the time to be involved.
I told Stephanie I would be just a friend, and I'd be there for her. You know, if she needed someone to talk to.
Could you not have found a friend somewhere else if you needed a friend?
Yeah, I could have found another friend, but I want to be her friend.
But don't you understand that your involvement is hurting their marriage?
I believe it's already hurt.
Our marriage has been hurt ever since it began.
Okay, then let me ask you something very straight. Do you want your marriage to work or not?
Honestly, I don't know. Not after he can sit there and make me look like I have cheated on him on national television. No.
I didn't.
No, I haven't. I've never cheated on him.
I don't feel she has.
Okay, then he's just said on national television he doesn't feel you've had. Okay.
He has also done a lot of things to hurt me in the past. He has hit me, which he will tell you that I hit him first. Whatever, you know, we.
Okay.
3 years ago.
I'm hearing from you don't want the marriage to work. That's what we're hearing.
I honestly
Are we
don't
hearing
know.
that? Do you or do you not want it to work?
I honestly do not know.
Why is it important for you to be here?
It's important for me to try and help her realize that it was not her fault.
I think that's right.
Mom and I got divorced.
Okay. Alicia, you have your questions for your dad. I promised you I'd help you out with this. Do you write them on a card? Okay, so that you can remember. What would you like to ask Dad? You ask the first question.
Why did you and Mom get divorced?
Well, I was standing backstage and I hear Mom saying that she still loves me, but I fell out of love with her.
Do you understand that, Alicia, that somebody can love somebody who doesn't love them back? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next question?
Do you know how bad it hurts when Sharon told me to call you Dad?
I realize
When the other kids call him Dad, that hurts a lot.
I realize that, Alicia. I do. But we live, what, 700 miles apart. There's not a whole lot, you know, financially I can do. It takes 14 hours just to drive there.
She also claimed that you forget her birthday. Does he forget your birthday, Alicia?
Yes.
How does that make you feel? Turn to Dad and tell him.
It hurts because I don't see anything from him. I get all these things from my mom and my sisters, and not one package is from him.
Dad, why forget her birthday? To a little girl, that's pretty important.
I may forget, you know, the exact day on that day, but I always call her, maybe a day late, you know, and tell her happy birthday. But it's hard for me because I love her. She's my daughter. Nothing's going to change that. And the part of me wanting a boy, there's no truth to that.
Tell her,
either.
don't tell me.
There's no truth to that, Alicia. I love you the way you are. I love you for you. You're my daughter. Nothing's going to change that. Nothing.
Alicia, do you realize how important it is that Dad's here, though? You know, this is not easy. He didn't, you know, he wouldn't do that if it weren't that he didn't love you very, very much. 3 of the 5 children of LaVonne and Shelby Sr. They say they're devastated that Mom and Dad are getting a divorce after 36 years of marriage. And they say it's tearing the family apart, and by the way, they need help, which we are going to provide, I hope. Robbi, you're the one who called our show. Tell me why this is so upsetting for the family.
For me, not being able to come back home for Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, being in the same house together. When they used to fight, it was comical to me because I never really took it seriously. It wasn't something that I noticed as a problem. And
but you are 26 years old, you have a child, you're engaged to be married. Mm-hmm. You're out of the house.
Yes.
Okay. Why is it so upsetting to you?
Because I live really close and I'm very close to them. Okay. I'm over there all the time. Spend a lot of my time over there with them. My father, my mother, you know. I didn't realize it was serious until I saw our house go up for sale.
Ah, that must be very painful.
Very, to have to go drive by every day and see
the for sale sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelby Sr., you're the one that originally filed for divorce. What drove you to do this?
Well, over the years, I've tried to keep our marriage together.
Did she not want to keep the marriage together?
That's what I thought, yes.
Okay.
And for a long time before that, really. But mainly what drove me to divorce was gambling.
Who's gambling?
Hers.
What kind of gambling problem?
Well, in the past probably 4 years, every weekend, she would come in and she'd leave anywhere from Thursday to Friday.
Did you ever think it wasn't gambling that I was trying to get away from?
Well,
where would she go?
That's very possible.
Shelby
no.
Sr., where would she go? She'd leave on Thursdays and
bingo,
not come...
card games.
Family.
She went to her mother's house.
She went to her mother's house?
No,
my sisters.
That's not true.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Do you have a gambling problem?
I don't consider myself as having a gambling problem. What I did was to go for adult companionship. My husband, in his older years, has decided that he wants to be housebound, and his idea of a good time is going out to eat. I am myself prefer, since I've worked out of the home all my life.
He makes it very hard for us still as a family to be in the same setting together. I mean, I'm uncomfortable.
Does he make you choose? If you're kind to Mother, you can't be kind to me.
More or less. You either have to side with him or with her, and if you're on her side, then I feel like that he's shunning us.
Shelby Jr., you're 14. You're the only child left living at home? You told us this breakup of your parents is very scary and upsetting to you. Why?
Because the thought of leaving my house, I've lived there all my life, then my parents just leaving and my mom moving out. It's just hard to think that I've lived there all my life and they've been together, now they're splitting apart.
What do you want your parents to do?
Well, I think we should just go on and get the divorce over with, so maybe it might help, because it seems like since this has happened, my mom has come closer to me. She used to never do anything with me. Now she does.
Uh-huh. Do you live with Mom?
No, I live with my dad.
But you're grateful for Mother's attention?
Yes.
Okay, so you think they should get divorced?
Yes.
Sally, I think we're seeing a lady, LaVONNE, here that has put a lot of years into raising 5 children, and now that she has already raised...
6, actually.
6 children. Now that she has raised her children and wants to enjoy life a little bit, I think we've got a homebody here that just wants to stay home and sit in his lounge chair and watch television. I say go for it, and I think you've grown children that are, every reason that you've given has been selfish. It's for you that you want them to stay together. Think of your parents and let them have a little happiness in their last years.
I think that that's exactly the way I see it. What we're going to apply to people right now. It's what happened to my next guest, Kathy. She says is this very fresh, Kathy?
3.5 months.
3.5 months. Absolutely devastated because you still love him and you believe you had a good marriage.
Yes.
Did this come as a shock or did you see it coming?
It was a shock.
Never saw it coming. What happened?
He didn't come home one night, well, all day, and that night and the next day. And he called and said he was stranded.
Stranded where?
Somewhere he used to go fishing. And I, kind of knew it wasn't right. And when he did come home, I questioned him, but he didn't want to discuss it at the time, so I let it go. And I did a little snooping around, and it usually takes me longer than that, but it only took me 2 days to find out what had happened.
What had happened?
He had been with someone else.
You say he's come back 3 times, but has always left, and this time it's for good?
Yes.
Why do you feel that?
Because I deserve better than that.
Yes, that's right. You're on the road to recovery.
Yes.
What is the scariest part of this whole experience?
Being alone.
If he's listening, what would you say to him?
Thank you for the 14 years we had together. Thank you for my 12-year-old son, our 12-year-old son. I wish him luck, but I'm stronger than him and I'll survive before he will.
Barry, we have some extreme
Yes.
cases. I would like you to deal with each individual couple and family member. What about Sheryl? I think she's not moved on with her life.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. And I'll tell you what concerns me the most about Sheryl is that I think ALICIA knows a little bit too much about your feelings about your ex, okay? That's what bothers me the most. And I would like to see you let go of this relationship. I mean, this is a situation where the fat lady has sung. The relationship is over. Okay? And letting go is a very, very difficult thing, but it is imperative that you do that, not only for ALICIA, but for yourself. I mean, you still have a lot of years left.
Oh, yeah. No, I did. I went to college. When we first separated, before I even filed for divorce, I enrolled in college. So I did accomplish something. I put that energy into getting a degree in psychology.
Right.
Good. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about our long-running marriage and our newlyweds when we return.